Let's go ahead and study for Quiz 3 in Civil War. How were Grierson and his men supposed to get away from the Confederate forces? By picking a route that would unite them with Union forces. True or false about Lee? Lee resigned his commission when his home state seceded. True or false? True. Lee graduated second in his class at West Point. True. Lee lost his citizenship after the war until 1975. True. Lee became the president of Washington College. True. Lee refused to arrest John Brown after Harper's Ferry. False. Lee was born at Stratford Hall Plantation in Atlanta, Georgia. False. Why was Johnson not able to defend Jackson like he hoped he could? Because Grant attacked before he could get enough men. Who could boast that the Civil War began and ended at his house? Wilmer McLean. What were the main What were the main objectives of Grierson? To destroy supplies at Newton Station and to keep Southerners occupied. Which best describes why Johnson did not help relieve Vicksburg once the siege began? Really, we already answered this. There were not enough troops available. What made Vicksburg so important that it had to be taken? Its capture would divide the Confederacy in half, and it would give the Union use of the Mississippi River. Why did Grant move ships past Vicksburg, taking the risk they would be sunk? He needed to ferry his men across the river. He needed to begin operations south of the city. Why did Grierson not ride west to find Grant rather than riding through the state? He was forced to go south. A bitter-tasting drug used to treat malaria. Quinine. To erase or obscure something completely. Obliterate. Overseer of an estate after the owner dies. Executor. Nationally, a brief economic downturn. A recession. To turn back or defeat. Repulse. Words or deeds that sound too crazy to be true. A paradox. What were the 3 diversions Grant planned for defeating Vicksburg? To capture Jackson, Mississippi first, to send Grierson's cavalry heading south, to have Sherman fake an attack from the north. Why was Grierson's raid such a perfect diversion? Rebel troops could not just concentrate on Grant's army. Focusing the attention of a person away from something. A diversion. Streams or rivers that join a larger stream or river. Tributaries. A fleet of small naval vessels. Flotilla. A military operation in which an army surrounds a place, cutting off all outside access until surrender. Siege. To surround somebody or something with an army. Beleaguered. To bring together a group of soldiers for a particular reason. Muster. Why did the Yazoo River expeditions fail? The overhanging trees damaged the boats, and there was too much debris in the river. Why did Grant attack Jackson first, which turned out to be a brilliant move? It stopped the South from supplying Vicksburg. True or false about Grant? He forced Lee to surrender at Chancellorsville. False. He wrote his memoirs before dying of cancer. True. He was swindled out of money and went bankrupt. True. He was elected President of the United States once. False. He fought mostly in the Western theater of the war. True. Grant was not very good at doing what? Conducting business. What did Grant and Lee have in common? True or false? They were both born in southern states. False. Both resigned their commission when the South seceded. False. They both served in the Mexican-American War. True. They both remained in the military after the Civil War. False. True or false? Robert E. Lee is considered one of America's greatest military leaders. True. Study that quiz. Make sure you know it before you take the quiz.